Hey gamers and devil dogs, South here again. With version 1.1 of Star Citizen out, we've unlocked some new features, including the landing ability. I figured I would do a quick demonstration of landing and give you guys an idea of how it works. If you haven't played around with it yet, here you go. Okay, so here we are in the Mustang, AMD's racer version of the Mustang. It's a nice ship. It's pretty fast. It's not quite as fast as the M50. It's definitely not as fast as the Origin 350, but I think it's got like the best acceleration out of the three. It holds its own in racing, I think, if you know how to fly it, which I'm still learning. So we'll go over a couple of your options here for landing. You see now in multiplayer free flight as well as in solo free flight, you've got all these landing pads. There's 8 of them to be exact. Kind of cut, copy, pasted, if you will, into the area. You've got your features are landing mode, and you've also got an automatic landing feature, which I would advise as well. It's not that easy to land manually. Primarily because when you land, you're going to use your strafe functions. I have strafe bound to a hat, which is a digital hat on my HOTAS, because I'm fresh out of analog controls. I have no more accesses to bind to strafing. So basically, if I tap the hat down, I strafe down. I tap the hat up, I strafe up. It's kind of on or off. There is no feathering like you can with a true access, an analog access. Whereas in automatic mode, you'll see it kind of does it for you. So we'll approach our landing here, our landing zones here, and we'll engage our landing feature with the keyboard N. And you see on the radar now, you've entered landing mode. It shows you the locations of the landing pads, all 8 of them. We'll approach this one here, and then we will request for landing. We will request landing by pressing the middle mouse button, which is default. And you see now I've got these red arrows that are directing me towards the approved landing pad, which appears to be landing pad 8 there because of the caret bouncing down. I'll get a little closer, and once we get over the pad, you're going to see the pad represented on the radar there as a blue square. Once we're in that blue square, you'll see that we're above our landing zone, in which case you heard the tones. I can engage automatic landing by pressing the M button on the keyboard, and it's going to land us back and forth, get us in a nice hover, and then slowly touch us down there without doing any damage, without crashing into anything, which is nice. Hopping out here, you can tell that they've done some work in preparation for Star Marine, the first-person shooter mod, because you've got some additional features here and animations on your character. First, we can go into a crouch fondling, and then we can even lay down. You can even do a little lazy roll back and forth by using the Q and E keys while you're laying down. Popping back up. If we draw our weapon, which is a mouse circle or a mouse wheel, you see we're pointing there, you can see that there's tactical moves here for leaning around corners, although his gun kind of goes in the opposite direction there when leaning around the corner. If you really want to get tight and down, hiding behind a spot and leaning into your shots, you can always just curl up into a ball like that and nobody can ever hit you. Just kind of cry yourself to sleep as the lasers are shooting past you. It's a feature, not a glitch. So also, it looks like they might have some sort of melee function. If I click the mouse wheel, he goes, yeah, and tries to give an elbow or a forearm shiver. If we go into first-person mode, looks like it's a forearm that he's kind of giving a shove to, so that's kind of cool. We'll get back up into the AMD here, Omega, and I will attempt to do a manual landing next for you. After our hatch is closed and our systems power up and everything, we'll take off by hitting the hat or the strafe up, and we're flying again. I'll give it another pass, give it another go around, and see if I can't manually land it for you. Alright, after flying around for a little bit, nice boost sound there. After flying around a little bit and resetting for another landing, I will go ahead and find our pads. There they are. And we'll go back into first person mode. And we'll click on N to engage landing mode.
Landing mode activated.
There's our pads, so we'll approach. Get on up there, get in within range where we can request landing and see which pad do they want us to land at this time. We'll scoot on up there, get some altitude just to make it more dramatic. And let's stop. Hello. Okay, thank you. Middle mouse wheel click for ask permission for landing.
Landing request approved.
And looks like it's given us what? One of these pads. Oh, all the way over there, pad 4. So following the arrows will get us a little closer. We are in landing mode. Automated landing is off. And look for that red square or the blue square, showing us that we're over it. Good tones, but we got a red icon there that shows us we're maybe going to hit something front and or back and side. So let's go a little bit forward. Oh, it must be it's my level. Cool. All right, so there you go. Now we're good to go. I'll click into third person just so you can see what's going on here. And I'm tapping down, just ever so gently. I'm tapping down on my down strafe. Again, not analog. Trying to just get a nice touch down, and there we go. Almost as if I had been practicing. Well, that's landing. I hope you guys learned something. Hopefully you saw something new that you didn't see before. And I will see you all in the next video.